The second book that I will be doing my book talk over is called The Courage of Sarah Noble by Alice Dalglish. This book to me was a very easy read and is one I would recommend for all children to read. This book earned a Newbery Honor Award and to me is a book that is neat because it's based off a true story. This book is about a girl named Sarah who sets off on a journey with her father John Noble to build a house on some land that her father had bought. Sarah was chosen by her father to join him on this journey as her siblings stayed home with her mother as they are all too young to make the long journey. Sarah and her father travel by horse and seek shelter along the way until they finally arrive to the land where they build their house. Both Sarah and John are afraid that they will come in contact with the Indians, but they later find out that they are great people and become good friends with them. John Noble is then faced with a hard decision as he has to go home and retrieve his family after the house is built. He decides it is best for Sarah to stay there and live with the Indians while he goes and retrieves his family to bring them back to the new house. Sarah is a character from the book that stood out to me as she is only 8 years old yet has so much courage. All throughout the book, she reminds herself to have courage and that everything will be okay. Sarah is faced with some challenges along the way, but yet she still doesn't lose sight of courage she has, which is something I think all of us as future teachers should strive to have. I'm going to read you different parts in the book where Sarah reminds herself to have courage and where she is reminded by her father to have courage. John Noble laughed out loud. Indeed it is, and a good thing I have you here, Sarah, to keep me from being afraid of all these strange visitors. Sarah was as proud as could be. She was keeping up her courage, then, and her father's too. That would please her mother. The night sounds wove themselves into a pleasant, comforting pattern. Sarah tried to keep her eyes open, but they kept closing. Stay here? Alone? I am afraid. She heard herself say afraid, and it was the first time she had said that word out loud. I have lost all my courage, said Sarah Noble. To be afraid and to be brave is the best courage of all, said her father. But you need not to be afraid, and you will not be alone. Dry your tears, Sarah. This book is a very well written book and is one that all children can learn from as it teaches some life lessons throughout the book, like having the courage to do something like Sarah Noble had. Will Sarah have the courage that it takes to take care of herself as her dad sets off on the journey to get his family? Will Sarah Noble's dad come back after Sarah? Or will she be left alone forever to live with the Indians? Read this book to find out.